We're on.
Welcome back, Truth Seeker. We got Rich and Zach here.
Where you at, Rich? Where's Rich at?
I'm right here, bro.
Rich, are you in a hospital right now?
Yes, I'm in the hospital.
You're not doing very well right now, but you're doing well enough to see the obvious lie in the Los Angeles Angels tribute game to Tyler Skaggs. Is this correct?
Well, Zach, what's up, bro?
You called me up from a hospital bed tonight, and you told me I need to check out this Los Angeles Angels tribute.
Well, absolutely, Zach. I called you up, and we were having a long conversation. I was letting you know I'm in the hospital, and I looked up at the score, and it was 13-0 Angels, 13 hits, no hitter. The Angels also threw a combined no hitter. And I was telling you how the Angels scored 7 runs in the first inning after Tyler Skaggs' mother threw the first pitch out tonight. So, what are the chances of that, Zach? Why don't you tell them all the numbers we just found?
All right, sure thing. So I just wanted to make the point that you're not doing well right now. And even though you're, suffering in a hospital, the TV screen, the picture on the TV screen, just seeing it, you just said, you got to be kidding me, man. How can people not see through this? And you called me up and I said, well, I'm not exactly in the mood because I have a migraine headache right now, but here we are anyway, 5 minutes later. And isn't that about how long it took to decode this atrocity that it is?
We're on, right, Zach?
We're on right now.
Yes, I didn't know. I was thinking, I didn't know if you hit record, bro.
We're on, man. We're live streaming.
It took we started with the 13 runs, 13-0. 13 equals 45. Tyler Skaggs wore number 45.
Well, in LA's
13 hits.
Right.
Yeah, 13 hits. Bro, you're the master at this.
All right. Here, okay. So look. For people who don't know, I just put out a video July 1st about the death of Tyler Skaggs, the Los Angeles Angels pitcher, in his hotel room in Texas before the Rangers series. And I showed what a ritual it was. Now, the first game back in Los Angeles, you get Tyler Skaggs' mother throwing out the first pitch, which is suspect. You think she'd be probably still grieving and wondering what exactly happened to her healthy son who just pitched 2 days before he dropped in. But anyway, just look at this. Today's date has 58 numerology. Angels equals 58. Think about the film Angels in the Outfield about baseball players and death. Angels in the Outfield happens to sum to 206, which is the Seattle area code. And the first game back in LA, they've now no-hit Seattle in this Tyler Skaggs tribute. Just think about it. What are the odds of that? And, of course, he wore the number 45, which we talked about July 1st. His name, Tyler Skaggs, equals 45. When you write out Major League, it equals 45. When you write out 13 as a word, it equals 45. And tonight, the Angels won 13-0, and they had 13 hits. And they had a team no-hitter. And just think about that. I mean, what are the odds? And then
when's the last time the LA Angels threw a no-hitter, bro?
Seriously, when is the last time?
When is the last time someone died on a baseball team and then their mother threw out the first pitch and then they just rattle off in their first at-bat, they score 7 runs in the first inning? It was so ridiculous. In the second inning, it was 7-0, and they had the bases loaded again. So they got their 7 runs in the first inning. Then in the second inning, they just picked up right where they left off, had the bases loaded, hit Mike Trout with the bases loaded, scored more. So, by the second or third inning, bro, we're sitting here in a 10-0 game. If you have half a fucking brain, okay, and I'm not talking to our people, the people who know it's scripted. I'm talking to the people out there who are the critics. I'm talking to the people who say baseball couldn't be scripted. They might as well pitch the ball underhand or hit it off a tee, bro.
Sure. And for anybody who just watched the All-Star game, they interviewed Charlie Blackmon. By the way, Charlie Blackmon in the All-Star game got his first hit in his third All-Star game, and he was 1 for 9. They were sure to point out that he was 1 for 9 in All-Star games while the camera was zoomed up on his jersey, number 19. 1 for 9 was number 19, and that was a home run.
That, bro.
And then in the 8th inning, they mic'd him up. 19's the 8th prime, and he talked about how the home run derby the night before was rigged up. And then he also went on to talk about how he didn't like having that beard, but as long as he played baseball, he had to wear it, showing just exactly how much of puppets these guys are on the field. He essentially said he didn't want to wear that big beard he has, but that's part of the character he has to play in the theater of Major League Baseball.
Right.
So,
and just like that Justin Turner from the Dodgers, and you got Ryan Fitzpatrick. Here, I was an athlete just like you were, Zach. Why in the fuck would you want a bird's nest in your helmet?
Exactly. You wouldn't, man. Catching all that heat and sweat. Mm-mm.
Yeah. I mean, it just makes completely no sense. And you can tell it's a narrative. It's a character. That's why this stuff's just like the WWE, man. You know, and it's little stuff like that.
It's just like how if you type out beards equals 113. And in the 113th World Series, there was never more beards. All those guys were made to grow out those big bird's nests, as you just put.
Are you talking about like when
Dodgers and Astros?
Like the Red Sox?
Dodgers and Astros World Series.
Oh, I was thinking of the Red Sox days with Johnny Damon too.
Yeah. No, 113th World Series. Yeah, so that was the Beards World Series.
Guys, I want everybody to know that me and Zach were sitting here having a conversation. And I said, hey, Zach, did you see the Angels score? He didn't even know. He didn't have nothing put together here. It took literally 60 seconds in that Angels in the outfield thing that he came up with. Boom. I mean, just like that. I mean, what else, Zach? The 45s?
Well, the 45 thing was too obvious, man. But then we just looked and we were like, look at that. The Angels improved to 46 and 46 in this game that's a tribute to his death. What do we know about 46? That's the sacrifice number. Plus LA Angels is 46. And then we looked and we had to laugh at the box score because we saw that the starting pitcher for the Angels threw exactly 22 pitches. Today has 22 date numerology, and Angels equals 22. So
it's unbelievable.
Yeah, man. It's just like it couldn't be scripted anymore, and it's the same way night after
you're
night.
In the hospital, you know, you're gonna like have a heart attack, like laughing at this stuff so bad, man. And here's the bad part. Before I even talk to you, when I seen this Tyler Skaggs mom throw out the first pitch, and then in the bottom of the first, the Angels have a 7-0 lead. That stuff, if you don't know baseball, it's hard to manufacture just one run, let alone 7. I mean, it happens, but the odds of having some, you know, the mom's son died, and then they threw out the first pitch, and then they just score 7 runs in the bottom of the first inning. I mean, the odds are just so astronomical. And what I was thinking before I even talked to you, I was like, what is it going to be, 45-0 Angels?
Right.
I mean, it's that sad that I actually thought it was plausible that it might be 45-0 by the end of the score, you know, that they would put it in our face that bad.
Right. Well, here's the other thing I'm noticing. This is the second no-hitter of the season, and it's also the second no-hitter in franchise history for the Angels. And if you write out 2 as a word, 2 equals 58, just like Angels is 58, just like today's date numerology is 58. So the second no-hitter.
Wow. Are you serious? It's their second no-hitter in franchise history?
That's what it says here in this article I'm reading from ESPN.
So if you're an odds person out there, the Angels have been playing baseball since whenever, bro? What, the 1950s or something?
I'm not sure what their first season was.
Yeah, we'll just
I'll look it up.
We'll just say for 60 years, bro, 70 years. This is their second no-hitter. What are the chances it happens on the home game after the All-Star game after Tyler Skaggs died? and it's a blowout. What are the chances it's a 13 point blowout plus? I mean, you get what I'm saying, bro. I'm getting all tied up here. You know what I mean? But
well, you're doing all right from a hospital bed. You're not doing too bad.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Bro, this is unreal, man. I mean, I've been healthy all my life, and it just hit me, you know. And I went in. For anybody who don't know, a lot of people from Daily Dose have been supportive, and I had a guy, a lot of people know Pete. I don't want to say his last name just out of respect for him, but a lot of people know Pete from around the page. He drove 3.5 hours today because I'm on my ass in a hospital, and gave me $400 worth of silver and gold, bro, to turn in just to help me out for when I get out of the hospital, because he knows I just came back from Oklahoma and I got a bunch of rough times. And you know, I have a friend offering me his kidney. And it's just like, man, I've just never felt so much love, and it put a lot of tears in my eyes, bro. And it just means a lot, and it just shows that, you know, there are real people out here, you know, and you know, we're like a family out here, man. And this stuff, you know, I've had people donate to me, you know, to help me get that Antarctica and stuff, and it's just like that proves to me that the work we do does mean something, you know. We already know it does, but it just means that much more to see people show care, and they're out there listening and they'll hear this video. I just want them to know I love them all and I would die for them all. This stuff is real shit here, man. You don't have to follow sports to see what the fuck they did tonight, man. I mean, the Angels and the Mariners must have been huddled up before the game and been like, all right, we're going to tribute this to Tyler Skaggs. We're going to put up 13 runs. Fucking, how many walks were in the game, bro? I bet there was about 8 walks, or, you know what I mean?
Let me go back and look at the box score.
That's when you can tell it's rigged. When people always tell me, well, how can you rig baseball? Well, that pitcher that comes in the 7th inning and walks 2 guys in a row on purpose, you know, and then throws a wild pitch conveniently, you know. It's like I played baseball all my life, so I can see right through it. I'm going to guess 8 walks.
I got to find a different. ESPN actually doesn't show walks in their box score, which is interesting.
Just go to Google. Go to Mariners Angels. Hey, we're on a live stream, right? Does anybody want to call in and give us their feedback about this joke?
Well, I'm sure some people know the number. It is late in most places. It's also Friday night.
I guess it is.
Yeah, if anybody wants to call in, there is a call-in number. It's 509-731-0567. 509-731-0567.
Yeah, this is Rich from Daily Dose of Gematria and Zach. I've never been on one of his videos before, and we made this video together, and I'm in the hospital, and we just made a joke out of the Tyler Skaggs ritual. So go ahead and call in and give us your feedback, man. We want to hear from you.
The Angels had 1 walk tonight.
The Angels only walked once?
The Angels pitchers threw 1 walk. Oh, you're saying how many times did the Angels walk?
Yes.
The Angels walked 7 times. Here, we got a caller.
I guess 8.
We got a
guess 8.
Let's see. Caller? Caller? Hey, did you? Yeah, you're on. You're on.
Am I on?
You're on, man.
All right. It's Young Dakota here. Sorry, I haven't been following the work for a while, but yeah, this caught my attention. You know, the last time that you know, there's so many walks in the game, and I know that the Dodgers D-backs game was, you know, the one with the 5 walks in a row with 2 outs. That was.
I remember that.
But,
He said he remembers it.
The Dodgers D-backs game where there are like 5 walks in a row.
Yeah, that was just a few days ago. Right.
Yeah. Honestly, and I didn't watch the Angels game, but apparently there were a lot of walks in that game too. You know, I haven't seen, like, I think it's kind of ridiculous that there's so many walks. I mean, the last time I've seen that many walks is when I was, you know, like I was 10 or 11 years old or something like that. And
exactly, Young Dakota.
All day. Like, you know,
I don't want to cut you off, and I want you to finish your point, but bro, if someone walked 5 batters in a row, they wouldn't have walked 5 batters in a row. They would have been yanked from the game immediately.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the D-backs have people. Well, the guy walked 4 in a row, and then they pulled him, and then they put in another guy. I mean, you know, it's ridiculous that they can't locate these pitches for strikes. I mean, they're big league pitchers. You gotta be able to have that control. even, like like I played in a league, like a month ago. I was in this league, and it was 15 to 17-year-olds, and there weren't that many walks. I don't remember getting walked a single time. There's maybe like 1 or 2 walks from each team per 7-inning game. These pitchers had control. So I think that the pitchers at the major league.
Exactly, man. When I was your age, I pitched, and you know how many walks I had? 0 for a season. 0.
Right.
And there's the guys who are a lot better than me. So that's why when I watch this stuff, I'm like, this is a joke. I mean, there's no way these guys could ever be in the major league. So.
Do you guys know how people always say how could go ahead, Decoder, you go ahead.
Yeah, I pitched when I was like 10 one season, and I had horrible control, and I was just walking everybody. So that wasn't my position. I'm sure if I pitched now, I wouldn't walk as many people since I've improved at throwing. But I wouldn't have the other pitches in my arsenal, and I don't throw that fast. But like this is like the kids my age, are and do that. I've already mentioned that point. I mean, I don't get what the whole thing is, or these like crazy stories with the guy dies and they can't even explain it or whatever, and then there's a no-hitter throwing. It's just ridiculous.
Do you think if you died 11 days earlier, as Tyler Skaggs did, your mom would want to come out and throw the first pitch for your team?
Probably not. I was looking for tears in her eyes too. Couldn't find no tears.
It just doesn't seem right, man. She'd still be grieving, and I think most moms would wonder what really happened to their son. I mean, how's your healthy son just going to drop dead while he's out touring on the baseball?
Yeah, she threw a pretty perfect pitch, by the way, too.
Maybe it was Tyler Skaggs and drag.
Yeah, well, I mean,
oh my God.
First pitches have been pretty atrocious if you've watched them. But yeah, I mean, obviously it is suspicious. A lot of things in baseball have been suspicious here. And I had one of my friends tell me that on the baseball team that he had a friend who got in MLB baseball, right? And he compared it to just a regular old baseball, like in the Little League games. And he dropped both balls off of the 2-story building, and the MLB ball bounced twice as high. So,
That's
the MLB has been juicing the ball on top of that. Like the balls are flying even further than they're already juiced. I bet. I think that
Sure. I mean, that's just like. Exactly. It's all about the core of the ball. It's just like when you play softball, there's all different cores. They got a senior league core, so you hardly hit the ball. It flies 300 feet. So, yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah, like in my little league or in the senior league I played in, these balls, all of them, like these games are like low-scoring games. Like it was like 3-2. And these balls, pretty much everybody could feel. Nobody was hitting them way over the fence or whatever. It was always, like always within, like playable. There was barely any extra base hits or whatever. And the amount of disproportionate extra base hits and home runs in baseball, I think, seems kind of suspicious considering, where we're at.
Let's take this a little step further.
More talent. Yeah, of course, people can hit home runs and obviously get better by college or whatever, but, it's just kind of disproportionate in baseball.
Can you guys hear me?
The games weren't scripted.
Yeah, I hear you, Rich, but
nothing scores.
Right.
I'd like to make light of the corked bats. When how they've caught the players with corked bats.
Sure, Sammy Sosa.
I'll bet they use those all the time. And let's look at this also. You notice how they don't bunt runners over as much anymore?
Not at all. They don't manufacture runs at all.
It's what's your reason, Zach or Decoder? What I came up with this well before I found your work. like a long time ago. What's your reason why you think they don't bunt anymore?
Well, I think because bunting is just not exciting. You know, like
It's not
like
what?
Obviously, if they're gonna shift you that way, you know, with the left-handed hitter shift to pull, then I mean, the pretty logical reason is to bunt. You know, these guys. I mean, they're in the major leagues. They should be able to put down the bunt. You know.
Well, bro, if you're in a best of 5 playoff game and it's a 1-0 game, you better fucking bunt the ball. You better move the runner over. And they don't do it anymore. And I'm going to tell you guys why. It's because of the over-unders. The bunting effect. You know how the game would be over 7.5 or under 7.5? Over 8.5, under 8.5.
Right.
If you are constantly bunting, you're they can't manipulate their over-unders as easy.
What,
does that make sense?
I don't exactly follow why or why not if they're going to script a certain amount of runs.
Well, it's okay. How can I explain this, Zach? Okay, if you're bunting more often and moving runners over, that means you are going to score an average of more runs on the average, right?
Okay.
I suppose, but I mean, if they're just going to do what they do and walk 5 batters in a row to get the score where it needs to be, I mean, what's it matter if you're manufacturing runs the traditional way or not? I guess is what I would say.
Well, we're talking.
Yeah, I guess I know what you mean.
It's a non-scripted game of baseball. Like.
Well, just to me, every time I see them do these shifts where they leave open like a whole side of the infield, I'm just like, how is this even possible? Like, what major league player can't just like chip the ball through that entire wide open 90-foot gap they've just left for him? I mean, is this a joke? But they're doing
a joke.
Yeah, I know.
So,
like, and the thing is that they're teaching it, you know, the younger players. You know, like they're not teaching the younger players to use the field anymore. You know, they keep. There's more of an emphasis on pulling the ball, and you know, people don't see that as a bad habit. And so what ends up happening is that they can't poke the ball through that. I mean, obviously, these major league players should be able to, or they shouldn't be playing major league baseball.
Right.
Being able to hit all of the field is an essential skill in baseball.
Right. So.
See, you know what? I'm watching Mike Trout on the screen. They're doing the Mike Trout interview. He's got his head on backwards, looking like a punk, looking all smug, bro. And here's what I'm thinking. The guy might have even died. Let's say Tyler Skaggs even did die, right? Because we don't know for sure. They still did. The game was still a work. You know what I mean? So either way you look at it, bro, even if the guy died or didn't die, it's still a work, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
Because I don't even know how they can sit up there in the camera, bro. We need to start traveling town to town, Zach. We need to get the stupid fucking traveling bus. And I'm going to start calling people out myself, bro. I'll go. You'll be bailing me out in every city, bro. You'll be bailing me out in every single city, bro. Probably about a $500 bond on every one of them. I'm telling you, bro. I am so sick of posting.
Well, you're gonna have to get out of the hospital bed first, but
bro,
yeah,
I'm getting out of the hospital bed. Don't worry about that, brother. I think I'll be all right. You know, if not, you know, nothing I can do, man. I tried, but you're an admin on Daily Dose. You take a page over for me, Zach.
Well, I will do that, but yeah.
I taught Zach how to tag Gorilla Post tonight, everybody. Tell him what Gorilla Post it is.
I'll let the next call go on.
All right. Take care, young Dakota. All right, man. Have a good night.
Oh, my God, man. Yeah, I'm going to have a field day with this video, Zach.
I forgot to talk about the relationship with Mike Trout and this guy's death. So Mike Trout, his birthday is August 7th. He's 27 years old, just like Skaggs was when he died. MLB's 27. Ritual's 27. Oh, hold on. We got another caller. But what I was going to say is he died 37 days from Trout's birthday. Los Angeles is 37. He also died a span of 38 days, and death's 38. Caller?
Yeah, you doing, Zach? It's Simple Truth.
Hey, man, what's up? You're a night owl, man.
Who we got on here, Zach? I can't hear that well.
It's Simple Truth TV.
I was looking at the score.
Oh, what's up, Simple Truth?
13, and it reminded me of Westbrook and James Harden.
Sure.
Because they wear those numbers.
Right.
And from today to James Harden's birthday is 79 days, the 22nd prime. Angels equals 22. And so Westbrook's birthday is 123 days, like it's 30. And of course, Harden is 29, Westbrook is 30, which is 59, like Los Angeles Angels is 59. So this could very much be connected to Westbrook and Harden.
Sure, they're both Los Angeles athletes. It is all a big web, so yeah, it's not out of the question.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I can't hear that well, but that
is just,
I can't.
Inner leagues connected.
Yeah.
Well,
Simple Truth, can you make your volume louder on your phone? Your phone is hard to hear.
Yeah, so I'll probably hear it better on the video later. It's all good. Are you talking about basketball though?
Yeah, he's
Yeah, because the score of the game was 0-13, like how Westbrook wears number 0, Harden wears number 13. They just joined in Houston.
Yes.
You know, and then the Knicks fans, you know, they match perfectly with the Angels, Gematria.
Oh, bro, good observation. Yeah, the 13 and the 0. I was wondering
if equals 59. You know, Westbrook is 30, Harden is 29, which is 59. And from yesterday's game on the 12th to Harden's next birthday is 79 days. The 22nd prime, Angels equals 22.
right.
Yeah.
See, Zach, what you've done to us, man. You give us eyes to see, bro, and that's what we got to get all these other people out here to do, man. Earlier when I saw Westbrook and Harden standing next to each other, I saw the 13 and the 0, and my mind started turning. Like, I wonder what that's going to end up meaning. And look, he just nailed it, bro.
Yeah.
That's what we do out here. That's what we do out here, bro.
Well, when I just looked at the trade for Chris Paul and Westbrook, and I just noticed that the trade was 241 days after Westbrook's birthday. That's the 53rd prime. Los Angeles is 53, where he's from. And tonight the Angels made the Mariners 5-3 in Los Angeles tonight. And if that starting pitcher for Los Angeles got the win, his record should be 5-3 right now. He must have, because his team went up big early. So he's probably 5-3 on the season right now for another Los Angeles tribute. So,
wait a minute. Whoever started
used to play in Seattle.
Yeah, that's right.
Whoever started that game didn't get the win because they only went 3 innings.
Do you have to pitch more than that to get the win?
I think so.
Okay, maybe he didn't. But if he did get the win, he is 5-3. I know that.
I could be wrong. Who knows the way they changed the rules, though, bro?
No, he didn't get the win. You're right. No, Pena got the win. So,
but it's still the idea. It's still there, man. It don't matter. And yeah, speaking of basketball, what I was telling Zach before we went on the air, Simple Truth, is just if you don't know sports are rigged, look at all the basketball pairings. There's like 8 teams that have 2 superstars apiece now. You know how they had the big 3 years ago? Every team would have the big 3. Well, now it looks like it's the big 2. Like every single team in the league has 2 stars signing in this free agency.
Oh yeah, they're calling that the duo era.
Yeah, it's like a
Riddle or something.
It's like a what do you call it? The square dance, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like a little, like they're holding hands on each team. You got LeBron and AD, then you got I don't know, bro. I'm in the hospital. I'm on like drugs and stuff. I can't even think of their names, bro. You know what I'm talking about, though. Let's just pair them up. Let's just pair them all up, bro. You know, that's what they're doing. Durant and what's his nuts, Irvin.
Sure, Kyrie Irving.
Bro, I honestly can't think. But yeah, if you guys could name them just to paint the picture for everybody, I know I could name them if I wasn't on the spot.
Sure. All right, man. Well, I do got to get off though, man, because I got to get up early too. So
That's cool, bro.
Have a good night.
All right, yeah, take care, Simple Truth.
It's all a joke. Good night, Simple Truth. Good night, Decoder. Good night, Zach. It's all a joke, guys. I'm going to be posting this video on Daily Dose. Wake the fuck up. That's all I got to say, man. Sweet dreams, Zach.
All right, man. Take care, Rich. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Here, before I sign off, I'm just going to go over the death of Tyler Skaggs again in case people forgot or didn't see what I posted July 1st. So this guy died 353 days after his birthday, Tyler Skaggs. His birthday was July 13th, so tomorrow would be his birthday. He would have turned 28. He died 353 days after his birthday. That's the 71st prime number. LA Angels, just using the alphabetic order, is 71. So he's dead on July 1st, 7-1. And if you write out 71 as a word, it sums to 144 and 45, just like Tyler Skaggs, just like how he wears the number 45. Big numbers with the Catholic Church. Catholic 71, Jesuit orders 144 and 153, so is Tyler Skaggs. Catholics, Jesuits got a lot of influence in the world of sports. Again, Skaggs wore the number 45, Major League's 45, Tyler Skaggs is 45. When you write out 13, it's 45. In his tribute game, the score is, 13-0 with 13 hits. LA's 13. And he was drafted in 2009 with Skaggs. That was the same year the last time a Los Angeles Angels pitcher died. That was Nick Adenhart. And look at his name, Nicholas Adenhart, 71. Adenhart, 71. LA Angels, 71. And when Adenhart died, he died 228 days after his birthday. Death equals 228. And Skaggs, he was called up on 22/8, August 22nd in 2012 after being drafted in 2009, the same year Adenhart died. So you just got to say, what are the odds? What are the odds of that? And Los Angeles Angels is also 59, the 17th prime. July 1st, the day he died, can be written 1/7. His full name, Tyler Wayne Skaggs, 85, like Los Angeles Angels, 85. And died on a date with 27, numerology at age 27, MLB, baseball, ritual, all 27. And he died 103 days after the start of the season. That's the 27th prime number. When he died, it was right after his 38th career loss. Death is 38, and his death was a span of 38 days from Mike Trout's birthday, the star of the team, the highest paid player in the league. And there it is, death's 38. Skaggs is 19, dead in 2019. Adenhart wore the number 34, murders 34. And you know what? I think, is it Los Angeles Angels? Or what's it, Anaheim, California? Something is, let me think. Anaheim, California is 139, the 34th prime. Anaheim, California is also 85, like Los Angeles Angels. You know what? Now that I'm looking at that, it's 85, and you see the 104? Angels has that 104 too. Just like how the Angels beat the Astros, made Verlander 10-4 on the year before it began. The more you look at this, just the more connected you see how it is. But yeah, I mean, it's just the rituals are always so perfectly scripted. And speaking of this 103 thing, look how many pitches the Angels threw tonight. The Angels tonight with their team no-hitter, 22 pitches for the starter on the 22-date numerology. Again, Angels is 22 in the most pure cipher. And then 81 from Pena, 103 total pitches. Just like how he died 103 days after the start of the season, the 27th prime on a 27-date numerology. So, sick stuff. All right, True Seeker. I had a headache when Rich called me up, but that's Rich from Daily Dose of Gematria. He just he has bad headaches too, and he finally went into the hospital. They were just hurting him so bad, and they told him that his kidneys are operating at 15%, so he's been in a hospital bed for a week. And he just asked if I if I knew he'd been in the hospital, and if I saw the Angels game tonight. And the answer was no and no. And then he asked if we could do a live stream because it would cheer him up. I said, sure, man, no problem. That's the least I could do. So, of all the things he wanted to do in the world while he's sick in the hospital, finding out his kidneys aren't doing so well, he wanted to get on here and expose what's going on with the rigged baseball game and the ritual murders, or whatever they're doing, fake deaths, whatever it is. So. Stuff is sick, man. And all these fans, they think they just witnessed something so great. Nah, they're just sitting there, giving money to the sickest show on earth. So it goes on in these rigged sports games. And here, before I get off, just for the person who watches one of my videos and never watches again, for the person who might be sitting there going, what a joke this is, let's talk about what else just happened in sports. Like I always point out, every single year, these guys who get drafted in the league, they have people drop dead around them. Mothers, fathers, brothers, cousins. Tremont Waters just got drafted by the Celtics, and his father was just found dead in a hotel room. And from this player's birthday, just drafted by the Celtics, from his birthday to his dad being found dead July 11th, 182 days, look at his father's name, Edwin Waters Jr., 182. Notice it was 6 months and 1 day as well. Edwin Waters Jr., 61. That's why you got to know the 4 base ciphers. 26 weeks, Celtics 26, who he was just drafted by. And anyway, there's even more. Check out the video I put out earlier, but stuff is sick. It goes on in all the sports. This guy was found dead in West Haven on July 11th, West Haven 117. So that's what sports is. They're rigged, and they ritualistically murder people for them. And then somebody's going to go, I don't believe it unless you can tell me why. Well, if you're that person out there, you're an idiot. You don't need to know why to every question. Just recognize this is what they're doing. People worship evil. They practice evil. That's why. They're definitely not angels. Or at least not what you think of when you think of angels. Until next time, Truth Seeker.